Welcome to the Delco Nerd Network. I am your host, Anthony Ragucci, here with a few friends from the Delaware County area, where we sit down in the basement. We talk about a certain topic. Today's topic, Game of the Year, and best games of 2016 in general. I'm here with my co-host, Chris Trio, and one of my good friends, Casey Wellman. Thank you guys for coming.
Our good friends.
Thank you for having me.
Wow.
But you're
calling me out? That was my intro.
Anyways.
Right.
Nice.
So we're basing the awards off the Game Awards. So we all actually watched the Game Awards together a few days ago. That's
Friday, right? No,
Thursday.
when was it? Thursday.
Thursday. So pretty much, I think before we even get into it, this was the year of the shooters. Like there were so many shooters this year that it really overwhelmed everything else.
It did. Totally
right?
did. What did we got? Call of Duty, Battlefield,
Titanfall,
Overwatch,
Doom, Uncharted is a shooter technically.
I would probably particle them off into little things. Like you got obviously Doom, that's mainly story. Of course, people were excited for the multiplayer, but it hasn't really latched on. But then you got Call of Duty, stuff like that.
I think I only bought shooters.
Most of those games up there, I think the only thing that wasn't a shooter is Final Fantasy and Dishonored. That's it. And Dishonored Final Fantasy wasn't up for anything because it came out too late. That sucks because I feel like it would have been a contender. And Dishonored, I think, was only up for one award.
It was that Best Action Adventure game.
Yeah,
and I think that's honestly just timing.
And there wasn't this year. There wasn't a
There
wasn't a PS4 exclusive reward or a Xbox.
Well, PS4 doesn't really have any exclusives coming out right now. Sadly,
it's all we were getting Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah. When does that come out? February, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That looks pretty interesting. Just found out that Death Stranding will be in that engine, which is
cool. How sick is that?
I thought that was pretty interesting.
I
thought he was going to build his own engine.
Because Kojima was going around to studios all during the summer, he's obviously looking for an engine, and they did a panel on it, and Mark Cerny was talking about the fact that they would have used Fox Engine if he could still use it.
Yeah.
So Kojima had, since you don't know, Fox Engine is owned by Konami, which is used for Metal Gear. Mm-hmm. Obviously, since he got fired, he can't use that engine because he doesn't own it.
Didn't he basically create it, though?
He didn't create it, but he used it for his game.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought that was one of his babies over there that he actually created.
Yeah, he's the only one.
They made each other. Basically.
Yeah, Konami uses it for Metal Gear, more or less, solely.
All right. I hear you.
But anyway.
All
right, start off big. Game of the Year.
Game of the Year.
So, the nominees were Doom, by id Software, Bethesda, Inside by Playdead, Overwatch by Blizzard, Titanfall 2 by Respawn, and Uncharted by Naughty Dog. And Overwatch won it, and I totally see why and understand.
I get it. Yeah.
I think I don't know why Titanfall 2 is on this list.
I agree.
Battlefield 1 should totally be there.
Dude, I saw Titanfall 2 and I was like, really?
Why is that there?
I feel
I was shocked Gears and Battlefield 1, Gears is kind of iffy. But
True.
Battlefield 1 I definitely thought would have been on there.
I would have definitely said Battlefield 1 over
Titanfall 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Difference, but
no doubt.
I really only wish I played Overwatch or even tried it because I don't know much about it at all.
You played beta of Overwatch.
Yes.
Overwatch is seriously probably I'll give Blizzard the benefit of the doubt. To me it was either between Uncharted or Overwatch, and Overwatch is just a really good.
I think
shooter.
Doom
It's a different change of pace. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's basically each character is their own thing and their own hero, so they all have different abilities. So basically you form a team comp through there's healers, support, defense, and offense. And
you ever played Team Fortress 2?
That's
right?
what I was gonna say. You said before that it was like Team Fortress, right?
Yeah.
Remind you of it.
Yeah, it's basically the next evolution of Team Fortress. Because Team Fortress is who fucking cares? But yeah, Overwatch 1. If for me, my game of the year, I'm not finished it, but I think I'd put Final Fantasy 15 on the list. I'm only 15 hours in, but I fucking love it.
Mine probably so far. I'm loving Dishonored. I've really got to sit down and take the time to just kind of blow through the rest of the missions. It's been my tops. Also, Uncharted 4 I played a little bit of. Loved what I played. I saw it's on sale.
Oh wait, you didn't finish it?
No, I couldn't.
You still have it though, right?
No. I did the trial. I did GameFly for that one.
You still did GameFly?
No, it was they did a trial. I got 2 months for free, and I tried it. Dude, but I didn't end up getting. No, dude, it's cheap right now. Actually, I was at GameStop today, and I was looking at that for $35, and then there was Ratchet and Clank for $15, and I was like, Ratchet and Clank, just because I haven't tried it. And dude, I've been playing it all day. It's a ton of fun. I'm having a great time with it.
What about you, Case? What's your game of the year from what you played?
From what I've played, it would probably be Battlefield 1. I really, really liked Gears, but it got the campaign I felt was repetitive, and I wasn't really hooked on the multiplayer. Once Battlefield came out, I just jumped right into that.
I think we were all like that. I've been going between games, and it's really, dude, like right now, it's so hard to like give all these games like the time they deserve, and like I just have too many games. And then like, dude, what I didn't even notice, Watch Dogs 2 wasn't up for anything.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
No, I'm not.
And then you had 2 remasters come out, BioShock and Skyrim. You have Skyrim. Yeah. It's just like there's so many games, but like
they won enough awards.
There's only a few games that like stand out, and like I think Final Fantasy is one of them, and I think Dishonored is one of them, and the others are all shooters, and it's a weird year.
And it does screw with you, honestly, when I'm switching back mechanically between like certain games. Like when I go between Dishonored and Battlefield 1, and a few other things, like I can get it. But it takes me a few minutes, and I'll fuck something up, and then I'll be like, you know what? I don't even feel like playing Dishonored anymore right now because I'm so locked in.
You're like
to Battlefront. Yeah.
See, I don't have that issue.
Like I rarely do, but this year I don't know what it has been. I've just been having
cross console.
And then
True. I was gonna say crossing consoles I can understand.
And then also like I just started. Luckily, Ratchet and Clank's like nothing. That's just you jump, you have press X to hit, whatever. But I mean, I think Dishonored's it's a very mechanically heavy game, and you gotta be fully invested in it.
It's not even as much as hitting buttons too. You gotta like strategic.
Exactly.
But the other thing I want to say about the game of the year was that like me and you don't have really the luxury of playing both systems.
That's very true.
Yeah, I want to.
I think he has a much wider selection.
See, like I wonder what I've thought of. Like I know Uncharted is a good game without playing it. From what I've heard from like everyone talking about it, I hear it's a great game. But like. Either way, I think I still would have picked Final Fantasy over it. And it sucks that Final Fantasy isn't in the runnings because like it's a fucking great game.
Came out way too late.
Yeah, and that's why. If it didn't get delayed,
it would be around for next year. Is that gonna be
I don't think so because it came out in 2016.
Yeah. What I will give it, I gotta give Doom.
I think this happens every year.
I gotta give Doom some credit on that too. Because honestly, did you play Doom? You didn't? Did you?
No, I had played some Doom. Yeah, I played it with my cousins.
I thought it was one of the best shooter campaigns I've played in a while. I'm not going to say it's very story heavy. I'm not going to say you're going to be like, I'm in love with this Doom Slayer or whatever. But like, dude, the visceral action of you just going through these levels and chain killing people and just breaking people's necks, shooting the demon, taking it. It's awesome. It's visceral and it's a lot of fun. And I think that they definitely deserve to be at least where they were. On the list, and I'm glad that they were.
So next award was Best Narrative. Again, like, not a lot of games that were super story-heavy. Like, if it was last year, Witcher. Yeah. No doubt. No fucking question. So we had Firewatch by Campo Santo, Inside by Playdead, Mafia 3 by Hangar 13, Oxenfree by Night School Studio, and the winner, Uncharted 4 by Naughty Dog. Obviously, I heard Firewatch was really good, and I've heard everything about all these games. So, Oxenfree, not as much. I heard Mafia 3 was really good. I heard Inside was really good. I heard Firewatch was alright, but I heard it was pretty good. But like Uncharted 4 is a AAA game compared to every other game on this list besides Mafia 3, so I think it like kind of just wins it.
100%. Well, and it's exactly. I mean, it's basically a movie you're playing. That's one thing I will. Dude, Uncharted. They waited long. They waited. How many times did that get delayed? Do you know? Like 2 or 3?
3 times.
It was worth it, dude. It plays so well. It all works smoothly. Like the best is when you play a game and everything just works. Like that's one thing I will give to Metal Gear 5. Like that game was tight. It works. Yeah. Everything works the way you need it to work. You move to cover when you need to move to cover. And that's key for a game.
And that's like one of those games like that we all can agree with. Assassin's Creed is one game that never seems to work exactly the way it's supposed to.
I think they've gotten better as damn possible with the new stuff. I rarely ever hit.
But we always joke about how we fucking just let's leave play off the building.
All right, I'm gonna go that way.
How many times have you jumped off the top of a building to your death?
When you, it's like one of the, and it's one of the
you hit the building, like you were supposed to land on it, and you just fucking like hit the side and die.
And he's just stuck, like reaching, like he's just like not grabbing doing anything.
But dude, even like if you try and go back and play like Assassin's Creed 2 and all those like remasters, like dude like,
I don't want
as much as I love Assassin's Creed 2 and I can be like, dude, that's one of my favorite games of all time. If you go back and play it, man, it hasn't aged well. It's to the movement.
And its story, since we're talking about narrative, I bet its story is still great, but like...
Oh, dude, it is. I agree.
Like, we were talking about on the Fallout podcast, I asked Austin, like, have you played Fallout 3 recently? And because I played it last summer, I modded it. And I'm like, dude, it plays like shit. It's just a game that, like, you cannot go back to. It's just... Yeah.
And it's funny, though, because, like, I'll play New Vegas, and it still plays fine. Which is weird.
I like New Vegas.
And I guess, like... I don't know, how long after that did New Vegas come out? Like 2 years?
2 years.
I mean, it still plays well, but that is surprising to me, because I agree with you. Fallout 3 is tough to go back to. I tried it on the backwards compatible for Xbox. It's tough. It's tough.
So moving on, best art direction. Abzu by Giant Squid, Firewatch by Campo Santo. The winner was Inside by Playdead, Overwatch by Blizzard, and Uncharted 4 by Naughty Dog. Inside is an indie game that's known for its art.
Yeah,
like indie games are... art, so like I understand why Inside won.
Games. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like Journey and stuff along those lines.
Exactly. Overwatch has the best character design in a video game I've ever seen. So Overwatch was created with the idea of making characters that were like so not
more
relatable,
Pixar-ish.
So likable that like and people could cosplay. Literally, they were created with cosplayers in mind, so people could cosplay him, yeah. I'm like, it's really interesting. But, like, all the characters are so, like, unique and have, like, their different quirks and, like, they all use different weapons and, like,
I agree with
I
that,
like them. I love them.
I think that
awesome.
if you were to compare to anything, Pixar animation is what Overwatch is.
No,
like, it really,
he's right.
Like
he's right.
Like, that's what it is.
None of us have this game. Why did this get overlooked?
I see. Like I overlooked it for a few months, and it's a Blizzard game.
That's where the main audience lies.
Blizzard's audience lies on PC. It's on console, and it's not bad on console. But
not at all. But the player base isn't nearly as big and as like
So was the console stretch like a money grab, or was it like a
I just think
Blizzard eventually
put the option.
Blizzard put Diablo on console.
Yeah,
that was necessarily a money grab. I wouldn't say it's a money grab. I think they're just trying to appeal.
I wasn't trying to accuse them.
No. I know.
I could tell. It was just like a dumb attempt, or if it was
I don't think it's dumb because I think
it was a hopeful. Like,
I know people.
Maybe we can go console.
There's a lot of people who play Overwatch on console, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people play it on PC, so I got it on PC.
I think one thing that would have been really cool with Overwatch on consoles, wasn't it Rocket League? They do cross-platform play. Right, like, if somehow they managed to do that for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Can't you do that with PC and Microsoft?
Well, dude, apparently they
Gears of War 4 had an event this week that was Windows 10 people and Xbox people playing.
Dude, apparently it's not as hard as like people think to make it cross, like, work online. Dude, well, no, I mean, Rocket League does it. And
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a good thing.
No, but it's just not nearly as complicated as people think. Yeah, I think it really is that split certain things up. Like, but imagine just if you could play, like, and it will never happen, but Call of Duty or something with PlayStation people and Xbox people. It wouldn't work to, like, invite people to, like, your parties and stuff like that, of course, but that would be cool to just have different people to play against.
Yeah, like, believe it or not, PC sales are usually shit for games. Call of Duty.
That's right.
It's all console-based. It's all console-based.
Well, dude, it's easy for people.
Witcher is probably, like, one of those exceptions. I think a lot of people got that on PC, and like Overwatch, and like a few other games, but most games are based on console.
Did you get Witcher for PC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it on Xbox.
And I do not regret that at all. I fucking love it on PC. It's amazing.
Oh no, dude, I bet that thing probably looks so like insane. I mean, I've seen like Fallout stuff like running at full specs on PC, and I'm like, this shit looks real.
Yeah, because like console limits you, and like
of course. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can build out your PC to infinite like specs, basically.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Next up, we got Best Music and Sound Design. Battlefield 1 by DICE, Doom by id, Inside by Playdead, Res Infinite by Enhanced Games, and Thumper by Drool.
And Doom definitely.
I don't know what Thumper is. I have no idea what that is. I know what Res is. Inside, I don't see like Doom. Battlefield 1 music is awesome.
Yeah.
Plus the game, mind you. It's World War I weapons, a.k.a. they have to, like, reenact what a sound, either shoot a gun from World War I to get those sounds, and the music is awesome.
Somehow,
Doom's soundtrack is fucking amazing. They had Doom, they had to perform some songs live during the Game Awards, and it's like, it's awesome. I love the music.
Dude, when you're in it, when you're in the shit and you just and then all the stuff's going on around you, it puts you fucking in.
Like a headset in.
Yeah, like, dude, that's what I do. I see like Turtle Beach and just all in there.
You know I love my game soundtracks. So
Scooch is all about the music.
I was gonna say, when you started reading this, I was like, oh, your section.
Yeah, I was like, because if a game's music is good, I'll notice it. And like, same with the movies. Like, I will like become obsessed with it.
Up next, we have Best Performance. We got Alex Hernandez for Lincoln Clay in Mafia 3. Sissy Jones as Delilah in Firewatch. Emily Rose as Elena in Uncharted 4, Thieves End. Nolan North.
Nolan Nathan.
Of course. Nolan Nathan as Drake from Uncharted 4. He was a winner, of course. Rich Summers as Henry from Firewatch, and Troy Baker as Sam Drake from Uncharted 4. That was an easy one for me.
I have a problem with this category. One, because there's 2 people from Firewatch and 3 people from Uncharted.
Well, because those are the very heavy-based narrative games. Like, what else is there that you can point to and be like, you know what, that actor gave an amazing performance. I feel like they could have narrowed it down in that game. And just been like, all right, let's pick one and give it and like bring it to other games. Like, I'm sure. I just don't think there were other games that were worth it. Yeah,
it's not that I'm like really upset about it, because like I don't think Nolan North does not deserve that award. He definitely does, and like more or less the fact I think he won it too because it's Drake's last game.
Oh, I agree. No, yeah, I totally am with you.
Like, I
think he really did deserve.
And he hasn't won a lot of awards. He's in a lot of shit, but he doesn't. Yeah. I don't see. I think Troy Baker won last year for something. Probably not Last of Us. No,
some kind of performance award.
But he won last year. I forget what it was for. But yeah, I don't know. I think again, not a lot of games with heavy narrative. Like you said, it was the year of the shooters. We didn't have. I mean,
even like what else can you point to? Like, I'm trying to think. Like who plays the Australian guy in Battlefield?
Yeah,
no idea.
What am
I gonna?
This section like sold Uncharted for me though. I was like, damn, they're really getting.
Yeah, they have heavy hitters. Like, they're all Nolan North. The fact that Nolan North and Troy Baker in a game together is
without a doubt
something.
And dude, I kind of stopped a little bit with Uncharted 4 because apparently like people are like, you should play the first 3 before you get in the 4th one. So I kind of want to buy the collection, play through them. And then get to the 4th one and finish her off. I'm
probably getting the PS4, getting that collection, and the 4th
That's
one.
Literally, so when I get a PS4, I've already planned it. I want to get Uncharted Collection and Uncharted 4. I'm going to get the Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 remaster, and I'm going to get Ratchet and Clank, because like the first games again.
Yeah, that sounds like a great list.
Is Ratchet and Clank this newest one?
So it's basically a remake, total reboot of the first game. So it's generally the same story, but
same story. Yeah.
Generally the same story. Drac is still the enemy, like from the first game. Do you remember Drac?
I like hard.
Dude,
only from playing it at you or Chris Boyle's house.
Yeah,
they're very meta about it too, which I like because you meet this guy that I'm assuming I played Ratchet and Clank before, but I don't remember them. But you meet this mechanic, and he's like, man, you look familiar. Have I seen you before? Yeah, blue guy or something, right? But he's on a planet.
The dude who makes the rhino.
No, he like fixes your ship in the new one that I played. So basically, anyways, he's like, man, you look familiar. He's like, forget it, I'll help you fix up your ship. And then they go down. He's like, all right, you're all set. See you in the next reboot. And then he walks away, and then he
That's in this one?
Yeah.
That's
Ratchet goes just like, what did he say?
Yeah, because I know Al's in it, Big Al, and I know like the guy who sells you the rhino is in it. That he was in the first game, and Quark, obviously.
Sorry.
The movie's pretty good too, by the way.
Even the cutscenes in the game look like the movies.
And, like, if you're bored, it's cool. I liked it. I appreciated it. But next up is Games for Impact. I don't think we're going to delve too much into this because I've not played any of these games. I don't think any of us have played any. But the winner was That Dragon Cancer, which is about a dad's perspective on his son having cancer. And like he won the award, and he like literally he walked up there, didn't say a word, and
he was like in tears and stuff. It was definitely it pulled on the old heartstrings.
It was a cool moment to catch.
Yeah, and like I saw a Polygon article was like, I got that game because of that guy's reaction, like to him winning the award, and like that's how much it meant to him.
I would like to see like more about it.
Without a doubt,
I literally never heard of it until I saw it get announced for that. So
yeah,
I'll definitely like read up or look into that.
Yeah, I haven't heard of WoW.
And that's fine. It's
of course.
They're all indie games, and like
it was a cool year for indie games.
Without a doubt, too.
They really like snuck up, and
even this next one.
There's always indie games that sneak up. Go ahead.
We got best independent game next. Firewatch from Campo Santo. Hyperlight Drifter from Heart Machine. The winner was Inside from Playdead, of course. But then we have Stardew Valley. Never heard of this one. Concentrated Ape and Chucklefish Games, whoever they are. And The Witness, which I have heard of from Thelka. Very big puzzle game. I'm not a puzzler.
Stardew Valley's very Minecraft-y. Do you know what Terraria is?
Yes.
It looks like Terraria, and it's kind of like that.
Okay.
It's like building, and like you go explore, and you get materials, and you build like fucking villages, and you farm shit. Like that's what it is. But it's pretty big.
It's such an interesting like genre, that kind of stuff. Like,
it's so true, yeah. Even this next one,
it's funny, like, and they sell like that thing's up for best independent game. Like,
yeah. So it must
and
be
Inside One, I think that
like, people get them.
People saw.
Have you played Limbo or heard of Limbo?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, we talked.
Same. Yeah, he's they're the same developer.
Same dev. Yeah. And see, like it's been like that long.
Looks very similar.
It's been like that long since Limbo.
Reminds me.
Limbo came out like almost like fucking 10 years ago. It's probably been like 8 years since Limbo.
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, I got it for free for getting day one. Yeah, I haven't played it. I've actually never played Limbo, and that's probably I should probably.
I've started it a few different times and then just never. Like, I don't know. It's one of those games that I've started, had something to do, and then just never went back to.
It's cool to like mess around with it, see if you like it, but
yeah, of course.
It was entertaining.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Best Mobile Handheld Game, which this isn't even a surprise who won. So first off, we got Clash Royale.
Clash Royale. It's a sequel to Clash of Clans.
Oh, I did not know that, actually.
That's what Clash Royale is.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Fates, Monster Hunter Generations. The winner was, of course, Pokemon Go from Niantic. Yeah. And then Severed.
Pokemon Go, no brainer. It's a fucking national, like,
are you kidding?
Worldwide phenomenon.
Dude, never have I heard of a game where my mom's been like, "What? You going to play this goddamn Pokemon Go shit?" I'm like, "What? How do you know about this?" like it was like a thing that like
over.
It did. It really did.
But guess what? It died fucking fast. As hell,
it was very, of course, it was very hollow. It wasn't.
It was
you
like
go ahead and
it was
collect
sensationalism. Like,
dude, I gotta admit. Not a lot of people still play the game, and like that's.
I do know of a few diehard people my friends who play it.
I never played it.
I never really.
It's just it was kind of one of those things where I was like, man, there's a
it.
lot of really cool ideas here, but they just didn't expand on them.
Right.
But still, very
had
interesting.
A lot of potential.
Yeah,
was really cool for a bit,
and I mean, some people are still apparently really in love with it. But next up, we got Best VR Game. First off, we got Batman Arkham VR, which I heard is really cool, and I would love to try.
I heard that if anything on this list, that was probably like a good contender.
We got Eve Valkyrie, which is what is that? That's like a shooter.
It's like a ship.
Ship. I was trying to think of the name.
You know,
how to say
it.
Yeah. that thing. Job Simulator, Res Infinite, and then Thumper. What's Res Infinite?
Res is a game for PlayStation. It's an exclusive. It's like. I gotta just play it, and I think you'd like.
Okay, I'll just look into it because
it's hard to explain.
All right, next up we got Best Action Game, Battlefield 1. Starting it off, the winner was Doom, which I'm actually really happy to see. Gears of War 4, Overwatch, and Titanfall 2.
So this is the only award Gears was up for. And again, every single fucking game on this list is a goddamn shooter. Every single one.
Yeah.
I think Doom definitely deserves it because Doom, out of everything on this list. And, like, exclude Overwatch, because it's just, like, in high praise already.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a sequel, a pretty groundbreaking game. Gears of War is in a critically acclaimed series, and Battlefield's a critically acclaimed series. Doom is a critically acclaimed series, but it's a reboot of a game that hasn't been made in years.
Yeah,
and it did it very well. So I agree that Doom should be the best action game.
Good.
That's my piece.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100%.
And that's all I gotta say about that.
That's best action.
Next up, Best Action Adventure Game. Starting off with the winner was Dishonored 2. Yes. Hitman, Hyper Light Drifter, Ratchet and Clank. Oh, I'm glad to actually see that one.
Yeah.
And Uncharted 4.
So, I think, like, I would have liked to see Ratchet and Clank win. I know you have your issues with Hitman Go.
Oh, Hitman? Oh, yeah.
Not Hitman Go.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have this Hitman?
I did, and it stinks because, like, I've been a long time Hitman fan. I played since, like, Blood Money, since, like, old times. Even I played the stuff before when they came out with the, like, remaster. And, like, this is, like, something that I should have been, like, all over. Like, you know what? They're just updating with missions that I want, and, like, they have these online ones that come up every once in a while, but I felt like they kind of really, maybe not stripped away, but took some of the quality away from the other parts of the games that made it really good. Like Hitman Absolution, which was the last one that came out before this, got awesome reviews and I thought was awesome. And I think if they kind of stuck with that model, it was another more narrative-based thing.
Yeah, they definitely took a different approach.
It was more narrative-based, but it still had, like, your assassin contracts and all that stuff, which I liked. But this one just Even I saw it was on sale on Xbox for like $25 for the whole pass, and I still was like, nah. Like, I just, no, I'm not in the mood right now. Especially when I have Dishonored, which is just, it's on a whole nother level, but especially, like, stealth-wise. But anyways.
Yeah, I really need to check out Dishonored. I want to get it.
You played Dishonored One, right?
Yeah.
It's literally, it is the same game. I will say,
I think they made some notable improvements.
Yeah. Oh, but like same, the game.
Mechanically wise,
is exactly the same.
But that's like most,
the gameplay is like pretty much.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Of course you got your new powers and everything.
I don't know how I feel about the whole game in general. I like the last mission I'm on. I just did the Aramis Stolten stuff.
Okay, so you finished it.
So
you're a little
there?
ahead of me. Yeah, I'm at that. I literally just found the master key and stuff.
Okay, so like I want to beat it soon, but like something's not sitting well with me, and I think it's. I've been saying it. I don't understand why I don't like. I'm not like hooked. Like Dishonored 1, I was like, yes.
You were in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will even agree with you in that instant where I'm not like
something's not sitting well, and I don't. I think it's the fact that like it's such a weird thing, but like remember it's not. What's the vision? Dark
vision, yeah.
You remember dark vision, the power to like see like items?
Yeah.
I use that so fucking much, and I think it like messes with me. I think
because you're so focused on watching out for people, yeah. And you're playing on
very hard,
and I'm playing on hard,
no
and it's
kill.
Fucking hard.
Dude, it's like detective vision in Arkham. The Arkham.
Yeah,
games.
basically.
Like, you play on that so long, you're like, oh my god, like I can't.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I didn't have that on to look for items. Like, I'm not, like, fucking looking at every
every
shelf.
time you go in somewhere, like, and you just peep how many people you got, and it's so easy to stay in that.
And it is different from the last one,
right.
whereas it, like, instead of just being full on all the time, it sends out like pulses.
Yeah.
So it wears down, which it makes it tougher. And I will say, there are a few things where I'm just like, but overall, I've just been have you tried a lot of the bone charm crafting and stuff like that?
I'm not feeling it.
Really,
it's
that's been one of my favorite parts.
I don't know,
it's cool. So
it makes it easier.
Instead of having like the tricorn bone charms, you get like these little ones, basically the arms of them, and you can craft like different bone charms.
So you break them down, get their abilities, and you can put. Like, so basically one bone charm could have 3 different abilities.
Or even, I made a 4 different ability one, and the more you do, the more chance of corruption there is, but you can level it up so there's a less one.
And the corruption, like, gives you, like, a debuff ability. So, like, one of mine is, like, if my weapons are sheathed, I walk super slow, which is really annoying. But, but my weapons are out 24/7 at the time.
Oh, you don't go stealth?
I do, but I still have my weapons out.
Most of the time,
So
if you have it out but you're not swinging, do they, like...
Does it slow me down? No.
No, do they look at you funny? Like, guards?
Oh, no. Well, because they're usually looking for you no matter what. Dude. So even if you have your weapons out or in, you're...
Yeah, what's weird is, like, you go into it, it's like, the guards will notice you, you're a stranger, they'll attack you on sight. Literally, the guards, like, even if you're with, like...
There are neutral zones.
There's like, a few neutral zones, but, like, no matter where you are, like, if you're in a town center and there's a guard, the guard will, like, come at you.
And it's usually a restricted area. Well, no, I feel like they do a good job of marking off.
No, they do, but, like, it's kind of weird.
No, I agree.
Alright, I got the next one.
Got it.
Best up, this is mine.
Yeah.
This is my
category. I love how this won it.
What?
I love how this
I can't believe this.
Oh, I know.
This is just
alright. Best RPG: Dark Souls 3 from Software, Deus Ex Mankind Divided from Eidos Montreal. The winner: Witcher 3, Wild Hunt: Blood and Wine, which is a DLC. World of Warcraft Legion and Xenoblade Chronicles X.
One thing I will say about Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, though, it might as well be its own goddamn campaign.
It's it is a standalone game.
Yeah.
Wait, guess what? My buddy from work, he goes. I forget what we were talking about, but he goes, like I was saying something about Witcher, because I share shit about Witcher on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm like, have you beat it yet? And he goes, no, I only played the DLCs. You only played the DLCs?
What does that mean?
I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, they're standalone. I'm like, you can play Heart of Stone standalone? And like, I knew Blood of Wine is standalone, because it's a whole different content. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you thought the game was so good that you got the DLC before you even got the game? Holy shit. And I'm just, but like, I heard Dark Souls 3 is fucking amazing. It's way better than the second one. Deus Ex was awesome.
Deus Ex was awesome. I enjoyed it too.
I never played any of them.
Deus Ex?
No, yeah.
Witcher,
or like Dark Souls.
Deus Ex. Deus
Ex there was only one before. But Witcher, I want Blood and Wine to win. I fucking love Blood and Wine. World of Warcraft Legion did really good, but
still waiting on Cyberpunk. No, I know it's not for 2 more years, but still.
Oh, dude, we're not gonna get that for a while. But like,
what is that?
That's basically going to be their
2077.
Their sci-fi Witcher in a way.
Is CD Projekt Red's next game.
So it's going to be like basically futuristic Witcher.
Deus Ex is a very good
comparison. Yeah, very true. Yeah. That's actually
that's cool. There was a trailer for it like in 2013,
like a cinematic.
Basically. Cyberpunk, is it going to be like steampunk stuff, or is it like?
No, I think it's Cyberpunk is more like punky. Like imagine punk, but like futuristic.
Right, looks very interesting.
Yeah, me and Trio played Mankind Divided, and I didn't play Dark Souls 3, but I heard good things about it. But Witcher 3, if a DLC could wrap up a game, like, this would be it. Like, that, how about that ending to Blood and Wine?
It is good.
Okay, so the ending is basically, like, you beat the conflict, whatever, and you're sitting down with one of the main characters from the DLC, Regis, and you're just having, like a real casual conversation. Yeah. And he kind of asks him, so what are you going to do next? And he kind of, like, I don't know, we'll see. And then he says, I forget exactly what he says. I wanted to look it up before I started. But Geralt like looking at him and turns towards the camera and like smirks. And I was like, oh, like it was amazing. I was like,
it is good.
Because like it's so good. And like it sucks to see, it sucks to think that like Witcher's like they're done. It was such a short-lived game because the first one did nothing. The second one was a cult hit. And then the third one was like the best thing on the fucking planet. And I found out the second one. I was like, "This game is amazing." I was like, "Why doesn't nobody know about this?"
Yeah. Well, the second one was a lot tougher. I even tried to go back and
you still haven't beaten it. You need to play Witcher.
I've almost returned it a bunch of times.
See, like you could go back to it and be fucking fine too. I feel like it's not like you're.
I don't know. I think that's something that you do have to be.
I just take this game super slow, and then I'll
that's
go back
fine.
Someday, and I'll like blow through.
I was talking to Fred. He posted on Facebook. He already beat Final Fantasy 15. I'm like, it's been like fucking. It's not even been a week, dude. He's like, how long? I'm like, how long did it take? He's like 60 or like 30 hours. I'm like, I'm only on chapter 3 and I'm 15 hours into this game.
Well, no, that means he just played through
He blew through it. I'm just like, how do you play games like that? I'm like, especially that type of game.
Well, dude, no, there are certain people, like, I've heard people, like, get,
I used to play games like that. Like Assassin's Creed, my ritual would be like, have to beat it by the first weekend. Well, that's what I did. That's what we all did, I think.
People will get, like, I heard this story on one podcast. It was like a person and their friend, like, was like, I got Skyrim. I beat it. And they were like, what? It's been like 3 days. They're like, well, yeah, I killed the dragon and that was it. And it's like, that's not all Sky. Like, they just did the main quest.
Story, yeah.
And that's what some people, that's just the game
he told me, it's like, I didn't do many side quests. I'm like, dude, I'm systematically doing, like, I'm following a guide. I'm like, I do, like, every fucking thing I can.
See, but that's the
way I play. And, like, because if I beat it fast, I'm on it. I don't like to beat games fast. Right. Except shooters. That's alright. Shoot, like Battlefield, I beat it in like 2 weeks.
Let's put it this way: if I beat a game fast and I enjoyed it the whole time, I don't care. Like if I beat it fast and I was like, that was awesome.
I get upset when I blow through games. For some reason, something's like, I should take a break. I should play something else. Like for some reason, like I don't know why I'm like that.
That's one thing I never.
I used to not. I used to like again, like Call of Duty. I would do like 3 levels a day, and I'd beat it by fucking Thursday, and like that would be the end of that. I 100% in Modern Warfare 2 in a week.
Dude, you could beat that game like probably
in like a
3 hours.
sitting.
Probably 3
Easy.
hours. You can play.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just on like.
But like I fucking got all the achievements done in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the spec outs. I was like, let's do it. Fucking 3-star and everything.
Boom, boom, boom.
That was it.
It is funny to think about.
Great game. Dude, the multiplayer lasted so long it didn't even matter.
And you know what's not on anything? Infinite Warfare isn't on anything this year.
Are they really on anything though? Usually,
no. But
that's the thing.
No. I'll take that back. They usually are. I think.
I feel like
award.
I don't remember.
I feel like I never really see them at the award.
There usually is at least one award. They're up for something. Doesn't mean they win, but they're usually up for something.
Let's put it this way. I don't remember it poking out to me.
They could have just made a fucking best remaster column, and like Modern Warfare 2 would probably.
Dude, I've been hearing awesome things about at least Call of Duty's campaign.
Have you?
I don't know.
How much have you played?
I've heard the campaign's really cool. I don't know what you've been thinking. No, I mean the campaign for Infinite Warfare.
So I played Infinite Warfare and the remaster. The remaster's cool. Honestly, my favorite mission in the campaign is like the sniper level.
Of course.
Oh, Kill It Up. It's classic.
Yeah, so like
classic.
That's like my favorite. I kind of wish you could just play like whatever you wanted. Like I don't.
I hear what you're saying.
I don't feel. I have so many games out right now. I don't feel like playing through the campaign
to get all the way through.
Because you've already
I would play
it.
that
You've
mission
been
so many
it.
times. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And But I did play online, and that's fun. But it still feels like you're playing Call of Duty 4. You know, like it feels less.
No, I hear what
So
you're
the
saying.
game,
Yeah, it feels less.
so
It
you
literally-
know
it
the
literally
game
feels
is
like
all-
you're playing it on 360 just on your Xbox One. It looks beautiful. It's really good. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like it's still fun. But
And
I only played a
that's
little bit. And then Advanced Warfare, or not Advanced. What is it? Infinite now? Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we on?
Dude, the multiplayer is bananas. Like it's just so
barely
fast paced.
yeah.
The spawns suck. Like you die. Like if you don't play this game all the time, and if you took off for a couple games, like you're probably fucked because like everyone's wall jumping, like flying up in the air, coming out of nowhere, sliding, hitting you. You
Sounds
spawn,
very
you get gunned down.
Titanfall-ish.
Dude,
Yeah.
like you have like a 10-second window max before you run into someone when you spawn. It's ridiculous. Like you can't get anywhere. It's like useless to snipe. Like there's no maps for that. But the story is really cool. I really do like the way they do the.
I heard they have
campaign.
like a very Mass Effect
I was gonna say
type
it
deal
reminds me of Mass Effect when I
with
played it. Yeah.
with like apparently you pull up like your holo map and you can choose what different
Yeah, you
mission
do
to go
your
to.
missions, like,
in
a
whatever
certain
order you
and
want.
eventually, it might prompt you to do one like this.
This one needs to be done
happened,
next.
Like
Yeah,
in this system, like you need to get here. Like to this
I see what
planet
you're
or
saying,
whatever. It was pretty cool.
And it's got Jon Snow.
Yeah. But the zombies
Yeah,
is the
it
fun
does.
part. Like me and my brother play. Like Connor.
God, I
plays
miss zombies.
and that's just fun for what it is. You know,
Of
like,
course.
because they still have like the background
Easter
stories
eggs.
to each map. Yeah, the Easter eggs. Like they're still like
Oh, I remember
the
the days.
bosses are there. It's fun. Like I kind of wish we like all still played it because like
I
it's
know.
always a good
It's what
time.
we did.
But like it's not enough to like support the whole game. Like I really only play zombies. I haven't played the story much because like when I did play it, I binged like so much of it. And
That you kinda
and
just
then
like,
yeah,
yeah.
then I've just been playing all like these different multiplayer shooters because that's the year of the shooters. You know, but
I coined it.
but if it. No, I got it for free pretty much because me and Connor share our
Yeah,
consoles.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, I would not have bought it. I would not really recommend buying it.
And most of our friends, like Austin, didn't get it this year. Call of Duty is
Yeah,
dying.
I'm
Let's just put it this way.
Anyway, we can-
I just feel like Call of Duty isn't even worth the hate anymore at this point.
Oh, it's
gonna
not.
go the
I don't
way it's
hate.
gonna go.
I don't hate
Yeah.
it. I'm just like, oh, it's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right, moving
Until
on.
they remaster Modern Warfare 2, I'm kind of like...
Yeah.
Yeah, best fighting game. Again, not a really great year for fighters. Killer Instinct Season 3 by Iron Galaxy Studios. King of Fighters 14 by SNK. Pokken Tournament by Bandai Namco. And the winner was Street Fighter 5 by Capcom.
Yeah, that's
Nothing to go
that's
over.
good,
None of us
yeah.
have played any of those games.
Best strategy game. We got the winner, Civ 6. Fire Emblem Fates, The Banner Saga 2, Total War Warhammer, XCOM 2. I'm not a big strategy person. Gooch, I don't know about you.
I heard XCOM was really good. I heard
Yeah,
Banner
that's-
Saga
You
was
know
really
I'm not.
good.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of
I
like,
appreciate the
yeah,
little
yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah, I said we could breeze through some of these.
Yeah.
Best
Best-
family game.
Pokemon Go won it.
Go won.
Yeah.
That was
The
shocking to me, though.
Star Wars
No,
Force
that
Was
Awakens.
that a family game, though?
I feel like-
that's
I
you-
wouldn't
you-
say it
Actually,
is.
you know what?
That's
I will
you on
agree
your-
with that.
you know,
I'm
like,
surprised
That's-
Lego The
that's
Force
me
Awakens.
going like this by myself, like, you know, I didn't even really play it, so I don't know if I'm even doing it right. But like, that's what I.
Am I doing this right?
You know what I mean? Like, what do you
Even
do?
Ratchet and
Unless you're,
Clank
like,
and
holding
Lego.
it- yeah, if you're holding it up.
Lego
like,
Star Wars,
I'm saying,
absolutely.
I
I'm
think,
surprised,
I think Lego
yeah.
or Ratchet and Clank would
Should it
probably
easily
Lego.
won that, yeah.
Honestly, Lego.
I
or
had heard
Skylanders.
nothing about the Force Awakens Lego game.
Lego or Skylanders.
Well, it's
I would
another.
imagine would
I
have
just
won.
heard it's another amazing Lego game. They
Right.
usually
They're
can't
fun.
go
They're
wrong
a
with
lot
them.
of
Yeah,
fun.
especially
Yeah,
the
I
Star
would
Wars
still-
games.
they don't
I
have
love.
online-
Yeah,
they
when they
don't
first
have
came
online
out.
for that stuff.
No,
Do they have
I
cooperative? Like,
don't think they do. They might have it.
What?
you drop in
like
co-op
cooperative,
for
like
them?
In Lego Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
like, but
I would-
online.
Dude, we should get this.
Dude.
They're fun. I love
LAN
those
party,
games.
let's
Well, dude,
They're so fun.
what was it? The like $80 edition with all the DLC was like $35 on Amazon. And I was
Lego.
like,
Lego stuff.
today, yeah.
Dude, like I would probably
It's like,
get
damn,
that.
not today.
That's they're fun. I love
Dude,
those
and then it had like all the characters and everything.
8 goons, 8 seconds. Like
8 goons, 8 seconds.
Best achievement ever.
Can't wait for the Lego Batman movie. That's
See,
another-
like, that inside joke totally doesn't even make sense to Trey.
Lego
wait.
Batman.
It
Is
really-
it Lego Batman 2 or is it Lego Batman? It's one of
I
them.
think it was just the first one.
When I
like,
got
8
my
goons.
Xbox 360, that came with it.
Mhm.
The first achievement I got, I think, on my console was
Kill-
It's called like 8 goons in 8 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Whatever the achievement was,
Yeah.
the description was kill 8 goons in 8
It-
seconds.
it was
so
just
8
funny.
goons
I was
in
like-
8
I was like,
seconds.
eight
Killing
goons
Here's
in
what
8
an
seconds.
Xbox is. This is what it's all
8
about.
goons, 8 seconds.
This is
Alright.
the achievement hunting. Like,
Oh, that's pretty good.
Best sports and racing, they're one category now. FIFA 17, the winner was Forza Horizon 3, MLB The Show 16, NBA 2K17, and Pro Evolution Soccer. I wanted FIFA to win because Ian's told me glorious things
FIFA
about the
was
games.
Dude, I've heard,
which I
it's
really
very cool.
appreciate that being in a game.
It's almost RPG-like, in a way, yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with the category, though. Like,
wait, why isn't NHL?
That's like one thing I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't play.
Why
17,
Pro Evolution Soccer?
Yeah, but like,
Pro Evolution Soccer.
thing I don't agree with this. Like, that's the
Probably a lot
only
of people.
card game, and from what I gather, isn't Forza more like open world driving than like a race? Like, you race.
I don't
for,
think.
like,
I don't think
think
Horizon
so.
3. I think Horizon's more like you have races, and
Okay.
Well, I like Gran
I think Need
Turismo.
for Speed and
Okay.
stuff is like more.
But no, like I know like some of those, like Ian was saying, like he loves them, but like
Ian could actually.
I'm not bashing them.
offer a
I think
lot
they're
of
like
that.
sweet games, but like
Oh, of course.
I just like it's a weird category to like put that in with like I think it's totally different mechanics. Like
I mean,
No,
I'll agree.
I think it
can't-
makes sense that sports and racing are together. They're two series that like only two racing games come out a year, and obviously you have all your sports games that come out.
Let's
But
put it
like
this way. I
Madden,
kind of agree with both of you. I see both
Yeah.
like the racing.
I don't know where else it would go.
Exactly,
No,
that's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's I'm just saying it's a weird like. It's
And I
interesting
can't
'cause
speak to it much. I play no sports games.
I think that's a
FIFA's
more
the only one I
involved, better developed game than the other games. Like that's like
Yeah,
real
true.
racing,
Yeah, yeah.
driving. Like that's like like it's not just like people moving around. Like not saying that either.
Of course,
is easier,
yeah.
whatever. But it's just interesting.
And I mean, I feel like racing game people are hardcore racing game people.
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
you find
they
someone
love
who's
that
into
shit.
that,
They
they're
love
into
it.
it. Yeah.
Sure, you can do best multiplayer.
Best multiplayer. I feel like we can just kind of run through this one. Battlefield 1, Gears 4, Overcooked, Overwatch took it home.
I
Titanfall
love
2.
how Overcooked is on here. And, the only,
And Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six
do you know what
Siege.
Overcooked is? It's a
No.
fucking cooking game.
Really?
And the only reason I know it is because Kind of Funny. The like.
Oh,
Greg and
was
Kyle,
that?
that they always talk about it, and they
So
play with their
what is it,
friend.
multiplayer?
It's like you like run a restaurant.
And you like
Multi-
literally
oh,
have
It's
to,
on the
like,
Vita and like
Yeah.
PS4, and like it's a fucking like little.
You
stupid
literally-
game that
it's-
apparently is really good.
Have you ever played like what is it, the like McDonald's games or whatever
I, like,
online
can
that
see
you
what
would
you're
like
talking about.
Big
Yeah.
Mama, like
Yeah.
whatever that
That's
cooking
it.
game is.
Dude,
Yeah.
like Club Penguin pizza making.
So-
Why is Rainbow Six Siege on this list?
Because dude, that's still big. People play
But
the
it came
shit-
out last year.
Oh, it didn't came out. Oh well. See, well, I guess
Like
that answers
Final
your.
Fantasy.
I guess that answers your question. So then it does bleed.
See, I don't
over
like
and-
that. It
Did I
shouldn't be
need?
on-
Did either
Well,
of you
but-
play that?
No.
No,
My
I've
cousin
been
played
hearing
it,
awesome
and he
things.
liked it a lot.
Yeah,
What's coming out? The sniper one, like that.
Sniper Elite.
No, the new. It's the new Tom Clancy or something game, or like Rainbow Six game. Dude, it's
Oh, Wildlands.
yes,
Yes,
yeah.
dude. That
Dude,
looks.
the last
it does
Ghost
look very
Recon was
cool.
terrible.
What?
Last Ghost Recon was terrible. Future
What was it?
Soldier,
Future? I didn't hate Future.
Fucking
you hated it.
shit.
I didn't hate that game at all.
It was
trash.
cool. I like the beta, but I didn't
So
get
bad.
it. So
It was so bad.
I didn't. Yeah,
But
I didn't think it was
Wildlands
that
looks
bad.
good.
that looks cool,
What do we? Most anticipated.
I
game?
agree with.
dude. That shit.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
wait,
most.
Yeah,
Wait,
let's
real
talk
quick.
about
I
that.
agree with Overwatch winning, but I feel like I think all these games kind of like do
kind of deserve. Yeah.
good job. Like again, like most of these categories, it's like, dude, there's no like unanimous
Clear
winner.
winner. Yeah.
Okay, most anticipated game. Obviously, you 2 won Red Dead Redemption 2. That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
So it was between God of War by Santa Monica Studio, Horizon Zero Dawn by Guerrilla Games, Mass Effect Andromeda by BioWare, Red Dead 2, Redemption 2 by Rockstar, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild by Nintendo, which won the award. Honestly, I didn't understand why Red Dead 2 didn't win.
I kind of didn't
was-
either.
I
I
was
was looking.
steamed.
I
I
just
was like-
kind of looked at that too.
Yeah, I was like,
Dude.
really?
like
I was like, okay, I get
yeah.
it. People are excited for it, but I'm like, Red Dead 2 though.
That game is going to be so.
I can't even
goddamn
imagine what that
good.
game is going to be
See,
like.
Dude, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna play like flawless. They've probably been working on that under wraps for. I
Oh,
don't even know
since
how
Red Dead
long.
2 was the
Right,
what's
dude.
it name? What's it called? Rockstar West or East or whatever the fuck they're
Whoever does
whatever it
it,
is.
yeah.
They have literally been dark since Red Dead 1.
Dude. Like,
So they've
it's-
probably been working on this game for 6 years at
and-
least.
dude, and they probably like just kept. Once they upgraded GTA 5, they probably had to switch a bunch of shit over.
Oh well,
Like,
dude, and think about
Unless they
this.
were
This
just
is the
working on it like
first
that the whole time.
Rockstar open world game like built from the ground up on this
Right.
new
Yeah, that's what
hardware.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like-
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be beautiful. Like, and dude, I wonder if they can do the first person thing. Like,
That's what I was thinking. I don't see
like-
why they wouldn't.
that'd be
Yeah, I
the
don't
first
see why they
person
wouldn't.
view.
It's probably in the same engine, right?
I hope a lot.
See,
of
that's
them
I'm
get it.
I would
assuming it's
assume
like
it
an
is.
updated version of the
Dude, the
engine. But like,
game
yeah,
is
it still looks
runs
beautiful
fine
though.
on GTA, right?
Well, yeah, but
Dude.
still, imagine
GTA
how
is
much better
gorgeous.
they could make it look with the new hardware with that built on that.
Yeah.
But
It's like
yeah, I agree.
They
It's
had
probably
to take GTA from Like it came out, it didn't even come out for console next gen until a year after.
I know, and it's still on the top selling charts every fucking month.
Well, that just shows you
for $50-some.
And Minecraft is another game that's the same way. Like Minecraft and that are like always on the top of like every month's selling list. But like I'm excited for Mass Effect. To an extent.
I'm very...
The fact that, like, we're scrapping, like, every character that was ever in a Mass Effect game, like, annoys me, because I like all those characters, and I've grown attached to them, and it's literally, like, starting fresh.
But they wrapped a pretty bow on that saga,
I'm
kind of happy that we're not seeing them.
But kind of, like, imagine, like, how Gears, like, you know, I won't spoil who for anybody, but, like how many reoccurring characters. Or whatever.
But like,
do you want that, or do you? Want
I
it to
do.
Be its own
well,
story?
but
I do. I do want some of those characters in the game. Like you knew like Marcus is in the trailers. You knew Marcus was going to be in the game to some extent.
But you can get away with that because it's all occurring on the same planet. Whereas Andromeda, you have
You're in
literally
a galaxies
upon galaxies,
600 years in the future.
Yeah.
So they kind of like dig themselves out of that hole, which kind of sucks because like Liara could still be alive. She's a race where like they live hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So she could still be alive.
That's pretty crazy.
But like it's Andromeda. Like it's another fucking
do we know
star
which
system.
ending is canon?
No. I wonder if they're gonna say that.
Oh, they have
will
to.
They declare
I feel
that?
like they
Yes.
probably said it will affect. That's what most games usually like. Even Dishonored, like the good endings, the canonical ending
in Fallout.
For the continuity.
Yeah,
in
exactly,
Fallout,
yeah.
usually the good ending is canon.
Right.
Yeah, it's just how they have to, if they're gonna make a sequel in a game and its choices somewhat matter, like they have to make something canon.
That
Right. It's just for like playability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
continue on the story. Yeah.
And it sucks. Like obviously, like I'm excited for Death Stranding. I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
But they're like not. They might not be this next year. Kingdom Hearts 3 could be next year, but we don't know.
Death Stranding's not till 2019.
Oh, I know. Death Stranding is not for a while.
Yeah.
But Kingdom Hearts might come out next year. It definitely could.
They
Final
could.
Fantasy 15 is done. The only game they should be focusing on is Kingdom Hearts 3 now. That's it. That's all they have. And after that, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
God damn it!
Really?
I think Death Stranding is one of those games that's going to make me get a PS4 too. Because like that looks nuts. It looked so good.
Even all
like wasn't that trailer to like that?
It was really just like
I showed my dad.
I was like,
I was like,
know more about this like right now. Like that was
like
was
just
crazy.
and then when you get Mads Mikkelsen and frickin' what's his name from Del Toro, and then but who's the other guy?
Norman Reedus.
Reedus.
Yeah. So like, but like Death Stranding, dude. Okay. Did you see, Kotaku put out an article, if you play both those trailers together, when Norman Reedus, the baby disappears, it appears in Guillermo del Toro's fucking bottle. Like,
I didn't see the Norman Reedus one.
So, like, he has...
I gotta watch that.
He appears, like, naked on a beach, and there's a baby. And like, he picks
very
it up,
same
and
environment.
he's like crying, and the baby just fucking disappears, and he's black liquid on his hands. As soon as that baby disappears in that trailer, he appears in the capsule.
If you play them at one time.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
Whoa.
I'm like, oh, Kojima, you sly dog, you son of a bitch. Alright.
Dude, I saw this interview with Mads Mikkelsen. It was
during Rogue One.
Yeah. And
Death Stranding, let's talk about it.
Yeah, he plays
Jin's dad.
I guess I don't... that's in the trailer. You see it.
Fair.
But anyways...
really
basically they're talking to him about it, and they're like, over this last weekend we saw you were in Death Stranding, like, that's really cool. I know you've never done a project like this, like, why do you want to do it? He's like, because I'm doing it with fucking Kojima. That's basically what he said.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright.
He called him a specific title.
He said he was, like, some, like, very famous, he's, like, he mentioned a very famous director and compared him to it, or something like that.
Yeah, and the guy was like, that was the most on-point statement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I wonder who he said.
Yeah,
it was some Russian director. I forget.
Yeah,
but,
it was someone like, I don't know. It wasn't like familiar.
Just a cool
so there's a few awards I'm not going to go over, but the next one was Trending Gamer, Boogie 29881. Other people that were on it were Angry Joe, who I'm a fan of, Danny O'Dwyer, who we know from Kind of Funny, me and Trio, and then there was 2 streamers who I don't know.
Who's Danny O'Dwyer? Kind of Funny.
He was on the PS I Love You last week.
Yeah. I don't think I listened to that one yet because Colin wasn't on.
But
it,
okay, I think how you might know Boogie. Do you know that GIF of that guy flipping the table and smashing it in?
I think I recognize.
That's Boogie. That's Boogie. So he plays a character, Francis, who rages and acts like a fucking nerd. Mm-hmm. That's not who he is, but that's just one of his characters. And like he does
Just
some
do
gaming.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, he's been around for a
stuff.
very long time.
You would
And,
definitely recognize
YouTube
him if you
famous.
saw him.
Yeah, he's YouTube famous. But yeah, good for him. I mean, sports player, who cares? Best creation doesn't seem to have an award, or there were like 2 nominees. It was so close.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I feel like the rest we can kind of...
Esports game was Overwatch, and it went against League and like Street Fighter and Dota and Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Go Overwatch. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Unless you guys wanted to say anything specific about any points of any games that we didn't go over, because I know like one for me, like Final Fantasy is the fucking greatest thing ever, and I think wish it was in some categories, but it's not.
I mean, no, I think everything got represented that I feel needed to. Everything kind of won where I felt like it should have. There wasn't what I guess honestly,
it wasn't a too diverse year, which sucked.
The funniest thing for me was the family category with Pokemon Go, and I was like, oh, and Red Dead 2, of course, not being the most anticipated game.
Thinking about Red Dead, I'm so stoked for that game.
It's so true.
And we were saying like before, it's like, you think you're gonna announce Red Dead, and I said no, because like they
just don't need to. Yeah, I know. They don't.
Like they can do it whenever, and they're gonna sell copies no matter what.
I honestly kind of wish they waited like 6 more months to even tell me about it until like summer of next year to be like, hey guys, guess what's coming out in December or like September.
If anything, it's not going to come out until holiday next year.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee it.
But I think that's a solid date though.
That's
I think without a doubt.
Midnight, you play all night, all
until
day. Call out that week.
Call out that week, not the day. The week.
Then
I can't wait, dude. I love Rockstar games and I love GTA and Red Dead. So like,
I agree.
I'm stoked for that.
Red Dead's easily probably in my top 2 games of all time. It might even be my number 1, but like I don't know.
Really, I hate
they're definitely my favorite developers.
It's very. I agree. It's very
like
impossible.
I'll tell you what series I like, but like narrowing it down to one fucking game. I mean, I'd probably say Witcher's 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I can like really debate that. But like if you were like, oh, Kingdom Hearts, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are like they're old, like they're still good games, but like it's hard to debate that. It's like Witcher is like the pinnacle of RPGs, and I think it will be for a very long time. I don't think like even Final Fantasy. It comes close to a level of quality, but like I don't think it's gonna hit it. And because I'm not done it, but like.
And that about wraps us up for today. Thank you so much for watching us here at Delco Nerd Network. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Delco Nerd Network, as well as Twitter. You can search us at the DNN Podcast, as well as YouTube. You can check out youtube.com/Ragucci25. Like and follow, subscribe for more. Just give us a follow, guys. Come on, share us. Tweet us around to your friends. Get us out there. For Gooch, for Casey, I've been Trio. Stay nerdy.